Hi guys, welcome back to the painting channel. In this episode I'm going to be doing a bit of a vlog, lots of news, a bit of painting, and I'm going to be inviting your comments and responses to what I'm going to be talking about. So let's roll that intro and let's jump right in. Hi everybody, welcome back to the painting channel. Now this is a bit of an impromptu video. It's a little bit of a vlog, although it's not a vlog. It's got a lot of news in it, and it's also going to be a little bit of painting in there as well, just to keep the subject a little bit more interesting, or at least keep the video a bit more interesting. Now I hadn't planned on making this video quite yet, but I have been working on things in the background, and I would like to sort of share with you what my plans are, what I'm intending to do, and I will also invite your feedback and your comments in the comment section underneath this video. I'll be interested to hear what you think about my plans. So nothing's been done yet and nothing's actually been actioned yet, but there are moves in the background that will make major changes to my channel and the way that I do things with YouTube. It doesn't affect my Patreon. That's not happening yet. There are things happening with my Patreon to make it even better for people who are patrons. But in the meantime, this is really to do with my future with YouTube and the channel that I've got on YouTube, and where I want to take that in the near future and the long term. Okay, so this is a bit of a mess right now, got to be said. This is where I do all my painting and filming at home in the studio. I have my gallery, of course, and I can paint there. But this really and truly has become my home for creativity over the last 2 years, ever since I started doing my YouTube channel. Now, right now, as you can see, it is an absolute uproar. There are hard drives, cables just planted in places. There are boards on the floor too. Now this area here is a large board. It's 4 foot by 3 foot. It's painted in the grey. It's got a nice little area here where I can just support the panels on, as you can see by that little tiger's eye. And this will be where I will do all my oil painting, at least my upright oil painting in the future. I've just completed this little top. This will take all my panel, my sort of palette and bits and bobs that I need to paint with. So all of this area has changed. What used to be here was a great big desk through here with my TV and all my computers, hard drives, everything else was on there. And this easel without the board used to sit over in this area here. Now this area has now going to have, this afternoon I'm building a little desk here which will take all my hard drives and my laptop, so that I do not have to keep worrying about where I'm going to be doing that. And the area right now being used as a desk in part will go back to being my flat lay area for my watercolors and the occasional oil to my patrons. Okay, so what I want to do now is just set up a little painting over there where I've just shown you, and while I'm doing that, I want to talk to you, or at least talk over with you, the ideas that I have for my channel moving forward and what I'm trying to do with it, and the reasoning behind that. And that will also tie in why I am changing around the studio here to make it even easier for me to carry that process on. And I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I'm proposing. I would love to hear your responses, your feelings, and any ideas that you may have. Put them in the comments underneath this section. I'd love to hear from you. I will answer each and every one of them. I always do. But I love to hear from them, especially with this particular piece of news. So without further ado, let's get on. Let's get into a little painting and let's discuss the plans. Okay, so now let's talk about why I have made these changes, and quite substantial changes, to my YouTube channel. 26 months ago, my aging old YouTube channel had no real input from me at all over the preceding years. But it was in July 2019 that I really decided that I wanted to create a channel that could reach so many more people. Now, I teach each week in my gallery in Hythe, and I have up to 30 students a week there, and I really enjoy that. But I wanted to reach so many more people that will never know who Paul Apps is unless I can reach them online, as it were. So I then decided back then in July 2019 that I was going to make a channel that people could use as a resource. At the time, I knew very little about filming. I knew nothing about presentation, editing, any of these things. I had a little bit of knowledge from previous jobs that I'd done for filming for other companies, but really and truly, I didn't know a lot. And I started filming on my phone, and then I got a few small camera bits and pieces, and so it progressed. But the point was that I decided back then that I was going to do a video each week, week in, week out, for everybody to watch and enjoy and learn from. And now I've stayed with that, and I have never, touch wood, missed a week of that, and I've always done that. The thing is that my channel over the 26 months really hasn't grown substantially. I think each and every one of you who do support the channel have subscribed. There are many people who watch my channel that do not subscribe or haven't subscribed, and I tried to think of why that may be, and I didn't think that I was actually doing too much wrong when it comes to the content. I'm a more than capable painter in any different media that you care to throw at me. But I felt that maybe there was something I was missing. So I did a lot of research, and I've researched pretty much every day since 2019. I'm always learning something new. But I researched more onto why this may be happening. And every time I got an answer, the answer seemed to be always the same thing. I need to niche down to just one medium to teach people on my channel. Now, I am so happy painting in all mediums, and I really didn't want to discard the ability to teach others various mediums, but I felt also that I needed to do something. So I actually gave way and niched down to just two mediums, watercolour and oil. And I carried on for the last year or so doing that. But I then found that still the channel wasn't really sort of going mad and starting to climb as others were. So again, I asked the questions, and the result was exactly the same, that you need to have one medium to one channel. And in the end, I have reluctantly conceded that point, and I have decided that I've already enacted it, that I have created a second channel. Now, the problem with that is that I can't suddenly move all the oil content over to the new channel. It has to stay where it is. I can possibly change the video a little bit and then re-upload it. It's an awful lot of work, and I am so busy creating the videos that I'm doing now. Now, when I looked at my channel, there were oil and watercolor over the last year, and I wanted to see how that worked. And at the moment, I'm sort of doing one oil, one watercolor, one oil. So effectively, you guys are getting an oil every 2 weeks and a watercolor every 2 weeks. So I felt if I split the channels and made two, you would have the same ratio, one video every 2 weeks, but at least you know that it's a pure watercolor channel, a pure oil painting channel. So that's what I've done. Now, what I'm going to ask you is for your continued support. I want to get you to, if you're a watercolorist, to stay where you are. And if you're an oil painter, to please nip on over. I'll put links to the other channel in the description under here. So please pop over to there and please subscribe to that channel and show that channel your support. The thing is that when you start a new channel, it's a long time before you can get it monetized, before you can earn anything from it. So in a way, I'm taking a backward step so that I can make things better for you guys. So please show that support by nipping on over there, looking at the content when I upload something, and support the channel by subscribing to it, because that will be the place in future where all my videos surrounding oil will be shown. Please also stay a subscriber of the Watercolour channel, because all the old or existing oil videos are still there and will remain there. So if you've got the two resources. If indeed you're a watercolorist and you don't mind watching oils, nip on over to the oil channel and subscribe to that one too. I would love to have that sort of support from you guys, and it will help me grow that channel very, very fast. Now I've got to get the content on there, because I need to get the watched hours on that channel up to a certain level before I can actually monetize the channel. It's a long, long way from there. But I do hope that it's the right step moving forward. And I do hope that if you are a watercolorist now, you can just settle down knowing that you're a part of this watercolor channel. And similarly, if you're an oil painter, you have the other. I hope it's the right decision I've made. And I do hope that you will follow on and support the channel, whichever or both. I'd love to have that. And please don't forget to give it the thumbs up under each video, and at the same time share it with your friends. If you've got a friend who is a watercolorist or an oil painter and you know that they don't get to see these videos, share it with them. Let them know they exist and they can learn from them too. If you want any more, don't forget there is the Patreon. The Patreon does cover many other mediums as well at different times. And I do live streams each week for my patrons. There's a private community on Facebook for you to upload the artwork that you're creating, talk to me, talk to each other, and developing a lovely little friendly group of people on there. That's fantastic. There are tons of full-length videos there to watch and enjoy, and they're being added to each month. Now the thing about that is it only costs you £5 or so £4.50, £8.50 plus the VAT, or $5 and $10 if you're in America. It doesn't cost you an awful lot, and the way it works is a lot of people get involved, pay very little bits of money over, just a small monthly amount, and then they get all that content to look at, and it makes, with a lot of people involved, it actually makes it worthwhile for me to do. And don't forget, you're not committed for any length of time. You can opt in, opt out as you wish to. Enough said about the Patreon. Let's get back to the point in hand. I really, really would like your thoughts on what I've done, your comments and your feelings about what I've done. If you think it's a good move, if you think it's not such a good move, if you really have enjoyed the content, both contents on the videos, whether it's oil or watercolor, or indeed if you would appreciate the fact that now there will be dedicated channels for each of them. As time allows, I'm going to promise you, as I've always done, every Friday one of those channels will get a video, and it will alternate week on, week out, so that again every fortnight each channel will receive a new video. As time goes on, if I get better at what I'm doing, and I'm trying to learn all the time I can, I study, I read, you have no idea the hours I put into educating myself on a very, very steep learning curve when it comes to editing, filming, presentation, content, all these things. And yeah, but as I get better at that, then I will try and add extra content in. So maybe if I'm lucky enough and I get good enough, I can actually upload an oil and a watercolor video each week to these channels. That would be awesome, and I'd love to do that. I don't know if I put this video together with the watercolor painting that I've been doing, or whether I've just jumped in and out. I have no idea at this stage, but whatever. If I've just talked you to death, please excuse that. Please forgive me for just talk. But if I have sort of interlaced the watercolor painting with that, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got something from that while I've been rambling on. But please don't forget, put your thoughts and your comments in below. I will answer them. I love to engage with you guys, and I just want to know that you feel quite happy that I've done what I've done. And I mean, it's nothing set in stone. I can always revert it, but I feel that this is the best way to go for everybody in the future, and also I think for my channel growth over the next year or two, and allowing one niche medium per channel. And let's just see what the stats show a year from now, or 2 years on from now. So with that said and done, thank you so much for your support, your continued support, indulging me now. I'll catch each and every one of you with the next video. And because there's nothing on there, I think it's going to have to be an oil video. So next week I will put an oil video out on that new channel, and I will add content to both of them as I can. Anyway, enough. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Catch you all soon. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.